Hello, everyone, and happy, hello, okay. Hello, everyone, and happy New Year. I guess I'm the first speaker to acknowledge the New Year. My name is Hauwa Usman, and I'm humbled to be in your presence today. It really comes for me in a background of trying to reflect back. And my speech today to you all will reflect upon that. So, it's a new year, and it comes with a lot of positivity and energy, and we are all, I'm sure, having different goals to achieve this year. New Year resolutions, actually, that we all want to get to. Let's test out a theory. You Sorry, okay. If you have a new year resolution, a goal that you will want to achieve this year, within the year, can I see your hands up? You have a goal to achieve this year. Wow. Okay. It can be in any area actually. Few hands up. I guess we're all carrying over our last year goals. I am. So, when you have a goal, it's human nature. The new year signifies a new beginning, and we all want to strive and achieve and start again. But it will interest you to know that 64% of people that have New Year resolutions drop those resolutions within the first month. And the number rises to 80% within the next month. So practically by the end of this quarter, just 20% of us will be carrying on with our resolutions. Why? Is that self-sabotage? Do we not like ourselves? There's actually a trend now that is saying that narcissism is a current global thing that is happening, but we tend to self-sabotage ourselves the greatest. You will get to work timelines, submit them, but when it comes to personal development, you keep them aside. I will do it later. Does it sound familiar? Thank you. What if I told you that there is a way to circumvent that and actually get on yourself to achieve those goals that you have always written or just kept at the bottom of your heart? And it's an open secret. You need a meal plan. You need a meal plan. And no, it's not the dieting, it's the acronym. MEAL signifies monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning. So when we say a meal plan, organizations coming from the development sector across various interventions and various programs, various different sectors, right? In fact, give out as much as 5 to 10% of their operational budgets to their meal departments because they know how vital it is to success and results. You miss this, there is no coming back. They know and they spend, but when it's done in the individual level, we tend to, you give a sketchy plan and that's it. We just keep implementing without direction in our personal lives. So, I will try and give a brief outlay of what a meal plan can entail in the personal life, and I hope we can incorporate it all. First, let me quickly define the MEAL acronym. Monitoring is an ongoing continuous process of tracking and collecting data to ensure progress is made towards achieving set goals or objectives. It is a routine process, and subconsciously, we all monitor ourselves. You wake up, you feel feverish, you touch your neck, okay, my temperature is good, I can go through the day. But as you keep going, you keep touching to hear, okay, is it going up or down? You're evaluating. And evaluation measures how well activities implemented have met the set target for a goal or objective over a period of time. The difference between monitoring and evaluation is that monitoring is continuous. Evaluation is at set periods of time. You are looking at the bigger picture when it comes to evaluation. Accountability. Accountability.
Hello?
Now I can hear myself. Okay, sorry for the continuous technical break on behalf of the team. And incidentally, to the okay, can you hear me? Okay. To the Mill TED Talk, and actually part of our work is a fire brigade approach to solving problems. So, accountability. Accountability involves taking responsibility, knowing that you are the one responsible for getting a task done. And in personal development, you are responsible for you. And it is perhaps the greatest gap because you know there is nobody standing over your neck to get that job done. There is no timeline, there is no supervisor. You get it done, it's you. You don't get it done, it's still you. And that is why we tend to shift it on a lot of times. Next is the learning process. Learning in personal development context refers to information generated through the monitoring and evaluation process, and you are reflecting upon it and intentionally using it to continuously improve so as to achieve results. Get it? In M&E, learning comes last, not first, because you are learning either from your successes or from your failures. We call them lessons learned. If it is a success, thank God, we rinse and repeat. We have found a model that works. If it is a failure, we try and evaluate it and look at it. Where did we go wrong? So that next time when we try, we avoid those loopholes so that we might get a better outcome. So, to give a big, to give a outline of what an M&E plan for self-development looks like, I will tell you a personal story. I'll tell you a personal story. And for me, about 2 years ago, I happened to be working in a very performant organization. It was a not-for-profit in the health sector, and we were actively searching for TB cases in the environment amidst a global pandemic. Let me tell you how it's different. TB is a very challenging infectious disease. It's the most deadliest disease on the planet, infectious. And it symptomatically looks like TB, like COVID-19. In fact, some of the very few symptoms that differ TB and COVID-19 is that one is a wet cough and one is a dry cough. So we were looking for TB cases in the midst of COVID. While everybody was running back, we were running in. And it was not the best of times to implement. You actively search, people are withholding, the stigma and the fear were very present. But we still had to implement. We have targets and we have timelines. And in the midst of that, we kept getting results. We had a huge target. Then the pandemic cut across. It didn't deter us because we focused on one thing, the 2% approach. When you have a goal, it's 100%. Okay, the slide is in here. It's 100%. And it tends to be overwhelming. But if you break it down into the 52 weeks we have in the year, that means you just have to achieve 2% every week to get to that 100%. 2% every week. And that was what we were doing. On the days we had it right and got to our target of 2%, we applaud. Days we underachieved and don't get to that 2%, we look at it and say, okay, let's try something better. And days that we are actually able to surpass the 2%, we pat ourselves on the back and say, can we do it again? Because that is how life works, basically. But in my personal life, I was not doing that. I go to work and I do very good. I come back home and I'm a failure. I was disappointed. I had started the writing process, trying to improve my creative writing skills. But whenever I open my computer, I find myself saying, I'm tired. I can do this tomorrow. There is a weekend coming. On and on I went. Until one day, after a technical meeting on office, one of my colleagues asked me, why are you down? I said, I am not getting the results I need in my writing class. He asked me, what's your target achievement? And for the life of me, I said, I don't know. His jaw dropped. You are working money and you don't know your target achievement in writing? I laughed and he said, no, then you are doing yourself. I said, okay. What do you say? He said, create a plan. So when I got back home, I took it to heart and I wrote down, I want to write 1 million words within the next year. And I believe that is my first goal in the writing process. So when I sat down and looked at that, it was 1 million words is not out, is a big target. And I am a busy person. So the next thing I did was I broke it down across 52 weeks, and it gave me the 2% rule. 19,000 words a week. That was my target. The million is still up there, but I'm working to with 19,000 every week. There were weeks I did not get to that target. There were weeks I got there, and there are weeks that I surpassed it. During the holidays, I wrote like no man's business. But along the way, I noticed something, and perhaps that's the best of all. I was improving, but I was happy with myself. Even on the days that I underachieved, I knew I showed up. I knew I tried. When you try, when you have a plan, you actually have a chance at getting it. But when you do nothing, you are certain to have zero possibility of getting that thing done. And that's the take home. So, as I created the plan and I began working, I didn't get to the target at the 52nd week. I was around 937,000 words. But I look back and I look at the journals, the publication, the creative writing class, the articles, the motivational letters, the statement of purpose, every single word I write, and I looked at it and I said, wow, I did it. I actually wrote. I don't care if it wasn't the perfect product at first, but with every word, I cemented my knowledge. With every word, I improved. With every word, I developed myself. And it was what I was looking for. So the best way to get a personal development plan is to have a SMART goal. You can't say, I want to succeed in business. It's too vague, it's too open. I want to create a clothing line that is in every shop in Zaria. And that's the goal. You start by counting the number of shops in Zaria. You are specific, it's the Zaria location. Measurable, what's your indicator? Marketing it out to every single clothier or boutique owner in Zaria. Is it achievable? Or is it attributable or appropriate? Yes. Because you want to be a fashion brand, you have to start from the local context. That's how you grow. Is it realistic? Absolutely. Zaria is not infinite, though it's big, but it's not infinite. You can be able to actually cover the scope of it. Timely.